Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the new channel. Today is Tuesday, March 18th, 2014, 5:13 p.m. And as you can see, I'm here playing Metroid Fusion. The reason I'm playing this game is because this was actually the first game that I recorded for my old YouTube channel, Wild Wolf G. Back then, I was fairly new to recording and editing and just YouTube in general. And watching those videos again, I watched like half of one video yesterday and it was fucking painful. So I'm here kind of for nostalgia's sake, for me anyway, because this was the first one I did for the old channel, so I kind of wanted to be the first one I do for this new channel, just to see how much I've learned about all this, how much better I've become. Those old videos are so shitty, don't watch them. I actually think this is the save file from that playthrough. That was a year or two ago? Like 2 years ago? Maybe? I don't know. But let's start a new file here. Alright, there's a bunch of cutscene type stuff, so I'm going to read all this shit. I'd been assigned to watch over Biologics Research Team. I guess that's the name of some research organization. Biologic. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388, which is, I believe, the setting for Super Metroid. And this takes place after Super Metroid, I believe. I guess this would be like the last Metroid game in the timeline. You'll see why in a little bit here. Oh shit, what is that? Oh god, it attacked us. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. Biologic something lab? I'm guessing that's what B.S.L stands for. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. No autopilot on that thing, I guess. You see, already this Metroid game has way more story to it than like any other 2D Metroid game. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me and covered me in honey, it looks like, corrupting large areas of my power suit. Now this is kind of interesting here, like, it then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system, that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Okay, so that kind of... So part of her power suit is organic, and it's like fused into her, like, into Samus's, like, body. That's something I hadn't ever really realized before. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then someone found a cure. It's a glow stick. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. Let me take a look at the background here and stop reading for a second. That looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool looking Metroid in the background too. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388, which is, I guess, what, like the baby Metroid from the Metroid from Super Metroid? The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X-Parasites were so immediately... Oh, the X-Parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. No. As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn as something different. Not really, you just look a little different. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. Oh yeah, so that was the first time it saved Samus was when she was being attacked by Mother Brain in Super Metroid, and now again at the beginning of Metroid Fusion. We'll soon be arriving at the B.S.L. research station, which is that weird asteroid-looking thing in the top right there. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or B.S.L., okay, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. What am I? I'm choking on air. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I am being sent there to investigate. Okay, because the last time we went to investigate a research station, it was Ridley that was attacking it, and then we had to fight Ridley, and then he ran away to SR-388, which all happened in Super Metroid. My mission on the B.S.L. station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized commanding officer is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other commanding officer. I don't know when it was established that she didn't like taking orders. Hang on one second. I think somebody might be knocking at my door. Never mind, false alarm. Makes me recall my other commanding officer. I really like the way this research lab is designed like an asteroid. That's really cool. I really like the design of this new ship that Samus has. Particularly the underside looks friggin' cool as fuck. I like a lot about this game so far. I mean, I've already played it, but everything we've seen so far is pretty cool. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent... Oh, Jesus. Never mind. I forgot to set my timer when I started the recording, but I kind of have something, because I'm recording from my PC. I don't really need this. I have another timer I can look at. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR-388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-Parasites. The cause of this explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now go to the quarantine bay. Yes, sir. Alright. Okay, so I don't like the way Samus's appearance has changed. Can we see it? No, not really. No, not sleep mode. Get out of there. Let me go over the controls really quickly, because this is a Game Boy Advance game that basically has 2 face buttons, 2 shoulder buttons, and a D-pad. This is A. A is jump. B is to fire your weapon. It's pretty standard. R actually doesn't do anything right now. L is to tilt your gun 45 degrees. Just pressing L will tilt it upwards, which is most useful, and you can press down here to shoot downward 45 degrees, which is pretty cool. In Super Metroid, it was basically L and R were to tilt up and down, But R does something else in this game because, you know, in Super Metroid you had 4 face buttons to work with, and for Game Boy Advance you only have 2, so they kind of had to compensate for the lack of 2 face buttons. And it works pretty well. It works very well. What am I talking about? Very good design there. Oh, and by the way, in case you're new to the channel, I am actually designing, writing, and doing art for my own game, which is actually very similar to one of these 2D Metroid games. It's called Arachnoid. That's why I'm so interested in this game's design and artwork and stuff like that. Most recently, I've been... I spent like 2 days designing like the interior and the exterior. I know this is where I'm supposed to go, but let me finish this thought first. Designing the interior and exterior of a spaceship. I haven't done like a finalized design of it yet, but I think I know more or less how I want the exterior to look, and it looks pretty goddamn cool if I do say so myself. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. Okay. But aside from designing a spaceship, I have reworked the Arachnoid logo. I had an old one that I made like the original a long time ago, and then I just kind of reworked it. And I decided, you know, it looked so fucking cool that I was actually going to use that like font, like that font that I created in Photoshop to make the logo for this channel. So this channel's logo and the Arachnoid logo now look pretty similar. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X parasites. The X can mimic its prey, and any specimen could have hosted it. Okay, so one of the things that we brought back, or that they brought back with them, was infected by an X parasite. They don't know which one because the X can mimic its prey, I guess. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection, only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. That's kind of like... I mean, as far as like writing goes and believability, that's a little bit not believable if you like really think about it, but it's like, it's on like... If you don't really question it very much, it's believable. Like, you would read that and be like, okay, that makes sense. Which is kind of, I think, where this game's story is. It's on the level of believability, like, or it's believable if you don't question it very much. Like, it sounds believable at a glance, I guess is what I'm trying to say, which is fine. But it has also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host by merely touching them, which is what I did before. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. God, hang on, I need some water. My throat is getting dry. All this fucking reading. Water is good. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many species, some violent ones. Actually, they're all pretty much violent. Well, almost all violent ones is the way that should have been worded. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. I really like that they're just arbitrarily saying that Samus is at 10% battle capacity. Like, I'm pretty sure numerically that doesn't like really make sense, but I like that, what they just did there. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Yep. Now get going. I have released the lock on the level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. I've got to go kill some stuff. Okay, so a new thing in this game is the ability to grab onto ledges, which I like very much. I love this ability. I wish all 2D Metroid games had this ability. Sadly, it's only, I believe, Metroid Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission that have it. I think. I never played Other M. I don't know if technically you could call that a 2D game. I don't fucking know. Let's take a look at our map again. Okay, I'm going this way. Alright, and this is the X Parasite. It will float around randomly, I guess, but like occasionally if you leave it alive, it'll like morph into some other alien like enemy and you'll have to kill it again. Later on you'll see that actually, well, I won't spoil it, I guess, but it does some cool stuff. I believe this is where I'm supposed to go next. No, it isn't. Yeah, this isn't where I'm supposed to go next. Okay. Going up. I really like this game's art. I really like it a lot. Metroid Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission are very similar, but they have very different art styles, and I hate the art style of Zero Mission. Well, I'll expand on that in a second. I have received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help against some enemies your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here. Is your objective clear? Yep. With missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20%. Yay. I like that they keep on like giving some kind of a numerical value to like our chance of surviving. It's not something that they do for very long, but I like that they do in the beginning. I kind of wish they were more consistent with it. It's kind of an interesting thing. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation commanding officer I've served under the name Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions. From anyone else it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Adam Malkovich, eh? I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played Metroid Other M. I haven't played that one, but I think that idea, or Adam Malkovich's character, is like expanded on a little bit in that game. I think. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, this is a data thingy, so this is what we enter into to like download. This is how we get new abilities, basically. This is one of the 2 ways that we get new abilities in this game. And the way I'm designing Arachnoid, it's very similar to Metroid Fusion in particular. Like, I'll talk about that a little bit later, I think. Missile data downloaded. Hold R and press B. Data or data? How do you fucking pronounce that word? Data. Missile data downloaded. So this is what the R button does. It basically toggles on missiles. By holding R, you can... It keeps the missile launcher on. You release it, you go back to your normal, whatever this gun is. Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge biosigns, so I hope your missiles work. To reload missiles, you can use a recharge room or absorb a special type of X parasite. You'll see them. Try it out. Missiles are your only hope. Don't hesitate to use them. Find a way to the target. Okay. My first time playing this game, it took me a really long time to figure out what the hell to do. I tried going down the elevator here, but it doesn't work right now. I tried shooting this, it did nothing. What you're supposed to do is shoot it with a missile, and that like blows up the hatch. I'm not going to be using save states in this playthrough. I don't think I am, because I don't really like the way that this emulator I'm playing on handles save states. I don't think I can assign a save state, like the save state command, to a button. I think I'd have to like press like Shift F1 or something like that, and like the state load button is just like F1. So it's pretty much like the dangerous thing about save states is, like, say you just fucked up really hardcore on something and you need to go load a previous state. In this emulator, just say like the load button is like the load state 1 button is F1, the save button is Shift F1. You might accidentally save the state when you want to load it, in case if you forget like if you get like the save state and state load commands, if you get those mixed up, you could be fucked. And that's something I don't fucking want to put myself in that situation. Besides, I'm pretty good at this game. I don't really need save states, I don't think. This looks like a thing. I guess not. Missile tank acquired. I have maximum of 15 missiles now, I think. And there's another one. 20. Sweet. Okay. This should be a dead end, I think. Yeah. Alright, let me save it one more time, just because there's a save room here. Why not? Okay. This is actually why we need missiles. To get past this door. And there's something like this in Super Metroid also. It shoots this shit at you. This red X parasite, I think, heals like a lot of your energy, your life energy, and it also like maximizes your missiles. If you're not good at wall jumping, you could use these ledges here. Or you could be fucking pro like me and not. Because I don't have the Morph Ball ability, I can't. It just kind of tosses me up like this. That's interesting. Energy tank acquired, energy capacity. Okay, I just got an energy tank and it basically adds 100 energy to my maximum, and I always felt like they give you too many energy tanks in Metroid games. Like, I know in this game the maximum amount of energy you can get is like way... You can basically get like double the amount of energy that you really need, or that you should have to make the game like sufficiently challenging. Like, if you have all of the energy tanks, the game is just too fucking easy. Oh no, it's a big thing. Alright, this is the first boss. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty easy. It's this weird armadillo type thing. Armored armadillo. Oh, and it hit me once. What a bitch. And it's dead, but no it isn't. You have to keep on shooting it with missiles. And this is not very difficult because I'm going to show you. You can keep on shooting it with your I almost said buster. With your gun to like keep on making X-parasites fly out of it, and you can recharge a lot of life that way. But missiles are the only thing that damage it. Morph Ball ability recovered. Press down twice to morph. And this is the Morph Ball ability. In every Metroid game, you are able to morph into a little ball. And now, that is the second way that you're able to recover abilities in this game. The first is that you're able to download them from machines, and the second is when you kill a boss or something like that, or a large enemy or whatever, you are able to recover abilities. And that is basically the way I designed it in Arachnoid. I really like that system a lot. I think it works really well. It's actually kind of a lot of games follow that type of system. Like when you kill a boss, you get an ability. Mega Man and Mega Man X games actually both follow that rule. Okay, so now that I've killed that thing, I've got to go to a navigation room to talk to Mr. Adam Malkovich, the computer. See what he wants me to do here. Samus, it's as I feared. The breeding environments have been invaded by X-parasites. Sector 1 SR-X shows several abnormalities on biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR-388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to the access shaft and use elevator 1. Is your objective clear? Use the navigation room just inside for further briefing. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. It's kind of funny that a computer would say, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I think whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion, which knocked out the power and, like, disabled the elevators and all that. I think that's what they're saying. Oh, you bitch. Okay, so we've got to get to there. How do we get there? Okay, I know how to get there. But anyway, as I was saying before, the idea that you kill a boss and you get a new ability, that's a thing that a lot of video games do. And I like it a lot. I'm going to go in here just to show you guys something interesting. Oh no, we're taking damage. Holy shit, frozen Ridley. It's a Ridley sickle. So, going to very cold areas damages you right now. Keep that in mind for later on in the Let's Play. Okay, I'm going the right way. Anyway, yeah. So basically the two ways that you gain abilities in Arachnoid is... Hang on a sec. Yeah. Oh my god! It's Samus. It's evil Samus. And it has screw attack. And super missiles. And it's really slow and methodical. And intimidating. The elevators are down now. Can't go back up. Can't open the blue doors. This is the only place I can go. I'll get back to getting new abilities in Arachnoid in just a sec, right after this bit of dialogue here.